spending a long weekend in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Not only is it Atlantic Canada's riverside capital, but it also ranks among the highest in taprooms per capita in all of Canada, has 5 fantastic markets, the St. Mary's First Nation, and of course, lots of great food to explore. We are at the Trailway Brewery and it is our first stop in Fredericton. In fact, we haven't even gone to the hotel yet, but we wanted to stop here because we heard that this was one of the best spots for craft beer in Fredericton. It's known for hoppy IPAs. I did get the Hugh John hops. This is what they're known for. You know what? It's a really nice summer beer. It's a little bit overcast here, but it is so warm I should probably take this off. This is raspberry orange. Ooh. So it does not look really busy right now, and that's because we are here on a Thursday just after lunch. And so there are some people starting to come in. I would expect that this place gets pretty busy because the outdoor area is so nice. Into RustiCo for a snack. It is also the home of King West Brewery, and while on the menu it doesn't say that there are flights are possible, and so I am trying 4 new beer, and I love it here because a lot of the beer are not quite bitter and some classic flavors, but also they recommended that I try the strawberry milkshake IPA. Now, I'm not a hoppy IPA kind of person, but when somebody offers you strawberry milkshake beer, you have to say yes. And so that is what I'm trying. Wow. Very sweet. Almost tastes like strawberry quick, mixed with a beer in like a very good nostalgic way. I like it. This is a really fun beer. This has been a great stop so far. Just really great beer, wood-fired pizza, got the margarita. It's just a really nice spot. We got a small pizza. It does come with salad, but this is just a snack. We're going to be eating in another hour, so. It is coffee time. One of the first places I wanted to go was Milltown Roasters because they're a small batch roastery, and that usually signals that they care about the places that grow the coffee and the people that grow it, which is also really important to me because while I'm not a coffee connoisseur, most of the countries that I visit are coffee growing regions, and so I see the lives of those people, and I know that paying 25 cents, 50 cents more for a cup of coffee for those people doesn't cost a lot to us, but it means so much to them. So these wings don't have any sauce, but they don't need them. They're just so tasty. And even though they're called dill pickle wings, don't let that deter you if you don't like dill pickle because they're so good. The dill dipping sauce is great, but you don't even need it. You have these little cauliflower bites in a sriracha sauce, which is also really good. Unbelievably, we have room for more. We are on to the main course of meatloaf and mashed potatoes, and I have to say, I thought it was odd that the chef would choose to serve meatloaf, but guys, this is so tender. It comes with this big knife, but it's just like, it melts in your mouth. If you don't like meatloaf, you might like this. So tender. And these mashed potatoes, well, they're like whipped potatoes. They're so good. And then you can order the tiny teenies, You can order 1 for $8 or 3 for $23. And the great thing about a flight of martinis is you can try 3 different flavors. So I have the watermelon jalapeno, the lemongrass pineapple, and then also a raspberry peach. And I don't know which one I'm gonna like the best. Watermelon jalapeno, it's a bit spicy. That one is good. Pineapple lemongrass. That one is also really good. And then the raspberry peach. Ooh, they're also good. So, good to try. And it's time for dessert. So I don't love really sweet desserts. I usually pass on it, but these ones look good. Oh, this is good. Cheesecakey, not too sweet. And then the vanilla. It's almost like soft serve ice cream and cheesecake mixed together. It's really good. Although hotel restaurants get a really bad rap, this one is really good. It just happens to be a great restaurant in a hotel. It's a beautiful terrace looking out onto the river. It's great. That was a great meal. And one of the things I love about Fredericton, the downtown area is so walkable. So we're gonna check out some sites, Freddy the Nude Dude, and just some stores. It's just really nice to be able to just go for a stroll. I'm here at Graystone Brewery, which is one of 11 breweries on the Fredericton taproom trail. So the idea here is for every one of these 11 taprooms that you go to, if you get a flight or a pint, they will stamp your passport. So if you get 6 stamps, you get a bumper sticker. If you get 8, you get a t-shirt. I only have time for 5 this weekend, but I'm still going to enjoy all of the craft beer in Fredericton. Graystone is one of these breweries, and I'm here to try their Patagonia Pale Ale, Wild Child, Single Track, and McAfee Lager, which has notes of chaga, which I think is going to be so interesting. Like very earthy. Chaga you can find all over Nova Scotia, so I guess you can also find it all over New Brunswick too. Okay, so I've been in Fredericton now for 24 hours and I wanted to give you my initial impressions. Overall, very casual, laid-back kind of city, which I love. Everyone is like biking and running on the riverfront, which is, the riverfront here, they really make the most of it, which is amazing. The food here is really fun, like a lot of interesting things going on. Independent businesses downtown, which I love. So lots of small independent shops, independent restaurants, like chef-owned restaurants, which I love to see, and lots of good beer. But if you don't like beer, there are a lot of great options too. So our hotel has a gin bar, and almost everywhere we went, they have some other kind of option. So I think this is a great place to spend a long weekend. I mean, I'm only 24 hours in and we are having so much fun. Good morning! I am out on the walking trail to start the day before we go and eat a lot of food. Fredericton actually has 120 kilometers of walking trails in the city. Many of them are the old railway lines, but we've seen lots of people out. It's just, there's so much energy here. And then a must visit is the Bill Thorpe walking trail. That is the longest pedestrian bridge in the world. It is gorgeous. It provides like so many fantastic views. Heading there just after 5-6 o'clock around dusk, it's so beautiful. The light is just gorgeous. It is a must-do in Fredericton. Good morning. It's Saturday, and normally when I travel, I like to avoid weekend travel. I go during the week to avoid the crowds. However, I wanted to come to Fredericton because today is market day. So on Saturday, there is the Saturday Boyce market, which is one of the top 10 community markets in Canada. I'm also gonna head over to the Northside Creators Market. And actually Fredericton has 5 markets in total. So they have also an eco market, a cultural market, market stalls at the X, and then also they have a night market, which is not happening this year, but it will be back in 2022. So that's a good reason to go back next year. We're here just after 7 and this market is getting so busy, and I think that's because there's so much food. A lot of people come here for breakfast. So many choices. However, I wanted to have an iconic Fredericton farmers market experience, and so I heard there were 2 things I needed to try. One was orange juice and the other was samosas. And I got the chicken samosa with mild sauce. This is really good. And then for the orange juice, I did get it from Sam's because it was the first person I saw, but also the tip jar actually goes to the food bank, which I think is really nice. It's hard enough for vendors, so to give the tips away to the food bank really means a lot. There is nothing like fresh squeezed orange juice. Nothing in it, just oranges, but so sweet. That orange juice was so good, but now it's time for some caffeine. The Whitney Coffee Company is a wholesale craft roaster here in Fredericton, but they also have a stall here in the market, so that's where I'm headed next. Great luck. As I was picking up coffee, we noticed that Jenna's nut-free Dessertery also has a stall here. So it's a 100% female-owned Indigenous business here in Fredericton. They do have a storefront that apparently has an amazing mural, but I didn't want to miss it, so I picked up 2 of our most popular items, which are the eclairs and a brownie. Fudgy brownie. That is good. And then the eclair. Look at that. This is really good. I would say this is one of the stalls you definitely want to pop by when you come to the market. Well, that was great. I had so much fun. You do need to come hungry because there are so many things there you're going to want to eat. It was hard to leave, but we're going to the Northside Creators Market where there's more food. So I would say if you could only have one thing, that orange juice is so good, but also I would like to try one of everything there. In the end, we picked up some honey, some maple syrup, and then a maple soda that was made in collaboration with the maple syrup provider that we bought from. But oh God, the cheese and the bread and the scapes and the mushrooms. I wanted to buy more, but we have a couple days here, so we can't be traveling with that. The Northside Creators Market was one of my favorite stops. This market has such a friendly vibe. There's lots of laughter and it's really welcoming. It's home to some of the best food in Fredericton. I wish I could have tried it all. It was also home to one of the most inspiring stops, as Dylan from Spicy Boys shared how he was using his small batch hot sauce business to be a catalyst for change.
I am so glad I came here. One of my top 10 favorite foods are pupusas from El Salvador, and there is a couple here from El Salvador selling them. I'm so excited. I got the Tres Amigos, which is bean, cheese, pork. But if you're vegan, they also have just a plain bean, and these are gluten-free. Lovely, lovely people. I had such a great time talking to them. Like, you do have to stop by just to talk to them. But let me try the pupusas. Oh yeah, these are good. The Northside Creators Market is Friday nights and all day Saturday. Unfortunately, the Rocky Lemons sold out of all of their lemon squares yesterday. And so, while we can't have that, the next best thing is their homemade Pop-Tart. This one is with raspberry. Ooh, very flaky, big raspberry flavor. This is really good. Very generous portion for $3.75.
Everyone told me to go to Sacred Arts. They said it's a fantastic store. They did not say it's part of a gas station. So guys, if you're coming here with Google Maps, you are not lost. It is part of this gas station.
I took a bite, and now I need more. I don't know how to make this right. 'Cause you're right, yeah, you're right. We are going too fast, but now I don't know how to stop. But I've been feeling.
So I can see why that was recommended. Really interesting store. I would stick to the front. When you go to the front, you see a lot of beadwork, and then there are some handmade soaps, and I actually got this solid perfume, lavender perfume, that was made by someone locally. And so there's some really beautiful artworks and paintings actually as well. And then you have some more commercial things that are made by larger companies, which is also great because you're supporting the community, but I went in wanting to really support local artisans.
Let's keep this fire alive.
So I'm here at Wolastoq Wharf in the St. Mary's First Nation. This is a fine dining restaurant, but outside they also have a patio, which is more casual. They have brunch, they have lunch. Everyone here is eating lobster eggs Benedict and omelet. I am actually having the lobster roll. Whatever you get here, you should know the portions are large. So if you plan on eating a lot, you might want to split it. But let's get to the lobster roll. There's a lot of lobster. They definitely don't skimp on it. Really fresh, great bread. And then these fries. The fries are really good. I can see why so many people recommended this spot. Just really good food, big portions, friendly staff. This patio is gorgeous. The sun is out and I made it to Picaroon's Roundhouse. We're just off the walking bridge on the trail. Picaroon's is a must-visit craft beer spot in Fredericton. They were the OGs, the first ones in 1995, and they paved the way for the craft scene that has really exploded in this city. They focus on English-style ales, and they have a lot of really fun stuff. I have a melon head and also an apricot ale. I'm trying a York County cider, and it's just beautiful out here. Everyone is out with their dogs, their families. There's food here from 540 Kitchen. This is the perfect place to spend the day.
Just waiting in line right now. It's a small shop, very full menu. We're not really sure what we're gonna get. All right, so I've never done a food review in the car. There's always a first time. The most popular is the New York style shake, and it has cheesecake on top. You can choose from a number of different flavors. We've got the salted caramel because salted caramel is always great. You have to eat quickly because it's melting. And this is a rental car. All right, now to try the milkshake part. Very rich. Definitely a treat worth trying, for sure.
Made it to Claudine's Eatery, and I am so glad we made a reservation because it's Friday morning and this place is packed. I can't imagine what it would be like on the weekend. There was one thing that I wanted to get here, and that's the lobster eggs Benedict. This place is also supposed to have great lobster roll, and that's because the lobster is from Shediac, which is the lobster capital of the world. I love a I love a runny yolk on everything. This is so good. Very decadent, but affordable. I don't even think it needs a hollandaise sauce. Once you got runny egg and lobster, what else do you need? popped into Chess Piece Patisserie, and while there aren't a lot of chess pieces here, there are some amazing baked goods. So we could not decide between the croissant, which I heard was incredible, but then they had this pan au chocolat. Like, how can you turn down chocolate? So we got that, and then we weren't that hungry, but then decided this salted caramel brownie was a must. Instead, we decided to have the hibiscus lemonade, which I think is going to be like Jamaica in Mexico. Very similar, but it's definitely a lemonade. Now, the pain au chocolat. This is what we're here for.
This is lemonade that you got me? Yeah, good.
Okay. This is a real pastry shop. This is good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sensing a smile.
All right, we popped into Lighthouse on the Green, which is a lighthouse on the river, which I've never seen before, but apparently the St. John River has lots of them. This just reopened under the 540 group, and there are craft beer, cocktails, and lots of snacks to have here, and a gorgeous view of the river. It's really good, but let me try the pina colada anyway. Okay. I don't regret the beer because you can get a pina colada anywhere. However, this is so good, not too sweet, like very pineapple-y with a bit of coconut. This is a good cocktail to get for summer. Just popped into the donut bar. They've been around since 2017 and the flavors change each week. This time we got the score and then the waffle, which comes with a vial of its own maple syrup. So we're gonna head to the Cap to have a drink and eat some donuts. Sorry, it's backwards, but it says, "Do not kill my vibe." We ordered the score. This is supposed to be one of the most popular. Oh God. You can't go wrong with score. I've never had anything flavored with score where it was bad. Donut is very light. There's a reason why this is so popular. This is the waffle, and you can see, oh, it's got its own maple syrup. All right. I'm not a dessert lover, so it's just a tad too sweet for me, but I'm sure like this is one of the most popular. Overall, really good. And for the price of the donuts, you gotta try one or two.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spreading in my mind, but I was all out of hope.
So I heard that no trip to Fredericton is complete without going to the Cap. It is a live music venue, a record store, there's clothing here, there's tons of little different rooms and patios, and you can just explore. It is also a nano brewery, and it's on the Fredericton Tap Trail. So I am trying the Just Like Before Citra, which they say is lightly hopped, crisp, easy drinking, grapefruit, tropical fruit, lemon, and pine. And I chose it because I love it when there are like pine flavor spruce, things like that. Guys, this is good. It's super light, very crisp, not too hoppy at all, not a big fan of hops. And it is so muggy out. It's supposed to thunder, I think, at some point. And so this is actually a really great beer to try. If you don't like beer, don't worry, lots of drinks here. They've got signature cocktails and a bunch of other things. You can pretty much get whatever you want, and you can eat food from outside here. So I'm gonna try those donuts. Every once in a while, I visit a coffee shop and I think if I lived here, I would be here all the time. And this is the case with the Muse. So it's a coffee shop. They've also got drinks at night. Another place in Fredericton that has live music. Lots of interesting tea and coffee options. And then also vegan. I really wanted to go to the Abbey Cafe while I was here, but didn't have the chance. So I am trying the vegan impastrami bagel today on a rosemary bagel. It's really good. Comes with a pickle and some chips, good mustard. The rosemary bagel is fantastic. And the vegan pastrami is also really good. They have lots of options here that are not vegan, but if you're looking to try something new, this vegan pastrami is pretty good. It's really good with the mustard.
On this trip, I'm staying 2 nights at the Hilton Garden Inn and 1 night at the Crowne Plaza. The Hilton is new. The Crowne Plaza is recently renovated. They are perfect for exploring Fredericton because they are overlooking the Railside Trail and they're actually really close to everything I want to go to. The only time I need to get into a car is when I go over to Northside. Okay, so very iconic kind of building. And when you come in, they've modernized quite a bit. So it's kind of like old school chic. It's of dark woods, nice leather chair. It's still TV. So normally I don't do hotel tours, but I did want to show you this room at the Hilton Garden Inn because Hilton has really changed things quite a bit. Very modern. This is a really nice room. If you look out there, that's a lighthouse I want to go to later. It's a lighthouse on a river. I have never seen that before. So I just wanted to show you this. More great artwork. I just find some hotels so boring, but Hilton has actually really stepped things up. It's beautiful in here. I am so looking forward to the next 2 nights here.